Hello, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm Faith, your host. If you want to follow me on Spotify, Instagram, or my personal Instagram, that would be lovely. It is Everything Bagel Podcast. And then my personal one is faith.i.hernandez. Anyway, let's get into the episode. This one is establishing boundaries in relationships. Now, in the last episode, I talked about situationships and how to avoid them, any pros and cons that I had for them. And so I only felt like it was fair to talk about actual relationships in this episode. Um, I've had quite a few relationships in my lifetime. I actually counted with my friend the other day of how many relationships I've been in high school, and boy, was that a lot. Kind of embarrassing how many there were, but honestly, I've had so much dating experience, I can't even be mad about it. Um, it's super helpful because I'm going to give you a lot of insight on things that I've learned today throughout being in relationships. And then at the end, I'll just let you know some of my fears of being in a relationship again because I am scared, as one would be. But so I did talk about this back in May, but I did get out of a 3-year relationship. Today is November 24th, and I think that guy and I broke up last year, December. I think it was 3rd, or no, I think it was the 6th, honestly. I only know this because it was in the same week that my dad moved out of his house, my childhood home, so I was kind of sad about that. But it was the one of the first weeks of December. So it's almost been a year, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. I really needed to be single. I really needed this time to reflect and be myself and figure out who I am, because that's a whole thing to unpack. And it's it was a hard journey. This year has been insane. I have loved this year. It's been a freaking journey, honestly, but I would not trade it for the world because I've learned so many things. I did have some low moments this year, but that's okay because we're learning. Um, but anyway, let's just jump right in. I do want to preface that I have no ill will towards this guy that I dated for 3 years. He's a good person. We just were not compatible, and we were not on the same page in life, and that's mainly why we broke up. Um, and there are some things that I'm going to talk about in here that um, were kind of the reasons why we broke up, but I'm not going to specify. But again, I just want to say that I have no ill will towards him. This is not a dig at him. This is just what I've learned being by myself and being single this past year. And I'm proud of my progress. And, you know, as much as I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, if they do get hurt, I'm going to not be sorry, because this is just how I feel, and this is how I have grown and what I've learned. So let's just jump right on in. So, the first thing that is one of the main things is that you cannot be codependent on someone. I even looked up the definition, and it means someone who feels worthless unless needed, makes lots of sacrifices for their partner. Now, it's okay to make sacrifices for your partner because you should, but making more sacrifices than they make, that's not okay. Because you're just straining yourself more, and it's more of a 70-30% relationship, whereas it should be a 50-50. And if you're codependent on someone, that just means you have no confidence in yourself to be your own person. And that kind of goes into this next one that I'm going to be talking about. And if you're not happy by yourself or okay with being alone, you should not be in a relationship. And I have learned this now. Um, throughout my 3-year relationship, I was happy, but I wasn't. Um, and I don't know if he contributed to that. I don't know if it was like just me. Um, but my confidence was not there. Um, and your self-confidence should be the first thing that you worry about in a relationship, because if you're not secure in your own self, you're not going to be secure in a relationship, which I have learned to so much like degree. If you are not this okay, this is kind of like an example. If there's a girl that you're worried about in a relationship, you should have enough self-confidence to say, if you are willing to go to another girl, or if a girl is okay with stealing you, then you guys get to be together, cuz I'm not going to be a part of that. If you are so easily takeable from me, sorry, I'm done. That's he's you're you're his now, you know? Like, I have enough self-confidence now to be so secure in my own self that if you lost me, that sucks for you, because I'm so confident. And honestly, you have to be able to function like on your own, because there are going to be days when you're not going to be able to see them. And if you're just sitting at home and sad and depressed, like, what are you doing? Why aren't you out living life with your friends? If you're constantly with your boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't even know who's listening, but if you're constantly with them and you're not making plans with other people, I mean, you're being more codependent than you think. Something that I've learned from being single along with the same topic is like, I just feel so like you have to feel so secure in your own skin, in your own routines, in your own day-to-day life, that you would be completely fine without someone. Like, truly, that's where I am right now. I've got my routines, I've got my happiness, I've got my confidence, and I don't really need anyone. But if that person is in my life, then I am more than willing to date them. However, as of right now, there is no one there. But that's okay. Now, on to the next thing that I've learned is nettle. Oh, what is wrong with me? Never settle for someone, even if you are in love, okay? Look, love can cloud judgment. Absolutely. I've witnessed this. I've been in it before. Even if you are so, so deep in love, it's not enough. There are so many other factors in a relationship that you need to be able to function and work like a normal relationship, like a normal healthy relationship, that like love is just not enough. Like, if you are finding yourself being like, I don't really like some of their habits, but it's fine, I'll deal with it, girl, you're settling, or dude, you're settling. Like, never, never settle for anything less than you deserve. Okay? If you have plans and you have future goals for yourself and you don't really see their goals lining up with you, get out. Get out. You don't need to try and fit your goals into someone. If you guys aren't having goals together and you have your own separate goals and they're just not working, like, do not settle for someone who is not compatible with you. It sucks. It sucks so bad. It's so sad and hard. Again, easier said than done, but like, you need to leave, because you're never going to be happy in the long run if you're constantly like upset about things that they're doing, and you're just like, nah, it's okay. I think I can deal with this for the rest of my life. No. No, 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 no. That's not how you do it, okay? You're never going to be happy. If you keep talking about the same things over and over and you keep having the same issues or problems or whatever, they're not going to change. If you talk about them probably more than 3 times, it will not change. Um, and unfortunately, they're not going to change unless they want to change for you, because that's how that's how humans work. You will change for the right person. You're not going to change for someone who you're like meh about. And even if you are crazy in love with them, you can still be meh and still not want to change for them, because I've witnessed this. Okay? It's happened to me before. I have had multiple conversations with someone and it didn't work out. It didn't change, and guess what? I'm single. I'm not with them anymore. And it took me to be single for almost a year to realize a lot of these things, which is kind of sad, honestly. Because what, I did mention that I have had quite a few relationships in my lifetime. Um, so it's sad. However, I'm so happy I'm finding this out as a 21-year-old, but like I am glad that I've learned it younger rather than in my older years. And one of the last things that I've learned is never let someone make you feel like your feelings aren't valid. Ugh, this one, this one really hits deep, okay? Healthy communication in a relationship is one of the biggest factors. Like I said, love's not enough, okay? You need communication. Um, if you are telling them that you are upset about something and they're just like, it's really not that big of a deal, you're fine, whatever. What is that partner doing for you? Nothing. They're making you feel like you're invalid of how you're feeling. And you're allowed to make a big deal of things that feel like a big deal. You're allowed to be upset. You're allowed to be happy about something. You're allowed to laugh about something. You're allowed to cry about something. Like, it's okay to have feelings. And if your partner is shutting you down and not wanting to communicate with you about how you're feeling or how to even make the situation better, that's not the partner for you. Because why would you want to feel trapped with someone who kind of almost manipulates you into thinking that you're fine and that your feelings are stupid and you shouldn't be feeling them? Because you should absolutely be feeling any feelings that you feel. Now, with all of that being said, this year has been insane, okay? I have gotten tattoos. I've been to so many cabin trips. I've made amazing new friends. I've had crazy experiences with people. Um, I've been spontaneous. I've been happier. I've been going to the gym more. Like, I am on freaking cloud nine, okay? I'm happy. I'm This life is wild, literally wild, and I'm so happy. Um, and so I've learned to be happy alone, and it's great. And so I am scared to go back into a relationship again. When I find that person, I'm not going to be scared. I'm going to be diving head first, and I'm okay with that. But as of right now, I'm terrified. Terrified. It's scary. Like, when you are so happy by yourself, my mentality on this is like, why would I want to bring someone in who could potentially make me feel sad and make me want to cry? You know? Like, again, a relationship shouldn't make you feel like that, but there are going to be days when you do cry for them and you do cry because of them and you do have fights, because that's healthy in relationship. It's healthy to have disagreements. And so I am worried about my feelings getting hurt. Cause if someone's gonna hurt my feelings, it better be me. Cause I don't want to let a boy hurt my feelings again. Cause that sucks. And I don't want to cry about people again. Cause again, that sucks. Um, and I am scared that my progress of the gym and being myself will go away. I'm scared that I'm gonna fall into like bad habits again. Because in my past relationship, I wasn't going to the gym. I wasn't really doing things for myself that made me happy. I was definitely making a lot of sacrifices to make him happy, and not that he never made sacrifices for me, because he did, but it just kind of felt like I was doing a little bit more. So um, I don't want to fall into bad habits. And honestly, I think I'm confident enough where like I don't think I would, because I do know my worth, and I do know what I want, and I do know what I don't want. So I have a fear, but I really think it's going to be fine. Um I also am scared to like give up my time, like my alone time. This is great, having time to just like sit down and film podcasts. That's so much fun. I did coach a volleyball team for like 2.5 months this year, and that took up almost all of my time. Like, I was going to work, going to practice, then going to the gym, coming home, sleeping, same thing for 2 months straight. So like I don't really have, I mean, now I do have time for someone, but like even then, having alone time is so nice. Like, getting in my car and not talking to anyone and just listening to music is so therapeutic for me. I love it. So again, I know with the right person, I'm going to be so extremely happy, and I'm going to want to spend time with them. But as of right now, I'm super comfortable with myself, and I'm super comfortable with being alone. And then there's one more fear that is pretty crazy, and my friends thought was pretty deep. Um, I felt a little bit like my freedom was stripped away from me in past relationships, and so I'm afraid that my freedom's going to be gone, in the sense that like sometimes I'd feel like I can't do certain things because they'd get upset, or I can't go certain places because they'd get upset. And so being able to just like get up, go to the store, go to a friend's house literally whenever I wanted without having to run it by someone, that is super nice. Um, Driving places and not texting someone when I get there, that's super nice. Um, so it's just look, I sound crazy. I really do, but I'm so happy by myself. But again, when that right person comes, I will be so willing to make these sacrifices for people, and I'm so willing to text them when I when I get somewhere safe. But as of right now, like I'm just not in that headspace, and I just can't be in a relationship right now, unfortunately. Well, not really unfortunately for me, but um anyway, so that is my little relationship dating advice. I am gonna end this podcast here because I am extremely tired. It's 11:30 at night, and I need to go to bed. So, thank you so much for tuning in, for listening. You can check us out on YouTube. Me, duh. You can check me out on YouTube. If you're listening to this on Spotify or Apple, you can switch to the other ones, whatever you want to do. And then if you want to see me, you can check out my personal YouTube channel, which is like a vlog channel. So if you're into that, that'd be fun to share with you. But I hope that you are doing amazing, and I hope that you find the confidence to be yourself. And if you guys ever need any other advice, or you have any other questions for dating, like let me know. Like text me on Instagram. I'm so down to answer a DM from you. Like it would be great to hear from you. So if you are needing anything, let me know. I'm here for you. But yeah, I hope you are doing amazing, and I love you so much. You are so worth it. You're loved, you're cared for, and just know that you are an amazing human. So, anyway, goodbye.